Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news. The Cleveland Browns are navigating through a tough season, no doubt about it. With a 2-7 record after a challenging 27-20 loss to the New York Jets, the mood isn't exactly what Browns fans had hoped for at this point in the year. It's a season of ups and downs, of trying to find consistency on offense and defense, and of course, wondering what the future holds for this team as they aim for a playoff push in the upcoming seasons. But amidst all the struggles, there's a lot of chatter about the quarterback position, and this is where things get really interesting. Head coach Kevin Stefanski has been pretty clear about Dillon Gabriel remaining the starting quarterback for Week 11 against the Baltimore Ravens. Gabriel has been the man for the Browns in recent weeks, and Stefanski has shown faith in him despite the team's overall rocky season. Gabriel, who's been thrown into the fire as the Browns try to rebuild and retool their offense, has shown flashes of talent but also moments of inconsistency. Still, the coaching staff believes in his potential, especially considering how young and raw he still is. The real question on everyone's mind is whether the Browns will start to look at other options, especially with rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders warming up on the sidelines and making noise around the league. It's not just fans who are asking these questions. Recently, Stefanski was pressed about Sanders during a press conference. Fans and analysts alike are eager to see if the Browns might give Sanders a shot, especially with the team's offense struggling to find rhythm and spark. But Stefanski's response was pretty straightforward. He didn't want to get caught in hypotheticals. When asked when the team would consider giving Sanders a look, he simply said, "I don't think it's fair to speculate." He emphasized the team's ongoing effort to improve offensively and said that Gabriel is committed to getting better every day. He also pointed out that the young players on the roster, including Sanders, are working behind the scenes to develop and improve. So even if Sanders isn't getting the starting nod just yet, there's a lot of movement behind the scenes, and Browns fans are watching every move closely. But that's where things get interesting. Despite Stefanski's public stance on sticking with Gabriel, recent roster moves have fans speculating that a change could be coming sooner rather than later. On Wednesday, November 12th, the Browns signed wide receiver and returner Caden Davis to the active roster. Now that might seem like just another roster addition, but for Browns fans, it's more than that. Many are connecting the dots and saying that this move could be a signal that Sanders is about to get his shot. You see, Caden Davis has built some chemistry with Sanders during the preseason, connecting on 2 touchdowns in those warm-up games. And that's not insignificant. Fans are pointing out that Davis is one of Sanders' guys, someone he's familiar with, someone he's thrown to before. When you combine that with the fact that Davis is versatile, capable of lining up as a wide receiver or returning kicks, it makes sense why Browns fans are getting excited. They see this move as a potential step toward giving Sanders a chance to showcase what he can do at the NFL level. There's also the buzz about Sanders' connection with Davis, which has fans feeling optimistic about a possible quick promotion. Some are even joking that Sanders might be just a few snaps away from getting his chance on the big stage. The fact that he and Davis linked up for 2 touchdowns in the preseason has Browns fans dreaming of what could be if Sanders gets a real shot. It's the kind of excitement that's been building since the start of the season, especially with the offense struggling to find consistency and the team looking for sparks to ignite their playoff hopes. Now, it's important to remember that Sanders is a 5th-round pick and still very much a project, but the potential is there. His arm strength, athleticism, and ability to make plays with his legs have everyone talking. The coaching staff isn't rushing him, but they're definitely watching closely, especially with the way the season has unfolded. Browns fans know all too well that sometimes a young quarterback needs just a little opportunity, a little confidence to turn things around. This roster move with Davis is fueling those hopes. Fans are speculating that maybe, just maybe, Sanders could get some reps sooner than expected, especially if the offense continues to sputter. And with the Browns still fighting for a playoff spot, every game counts. So if Sanders gets his shot, it could be a game changer not just for the team, but for the future of the franchise. After all, the Browns have historically been a team that's built through the draft, developing young talent, and then giving them opportunities to shine. This situation with Sanders and Davis feels like another chapter in that ongoing story. The team's current struggles have also brought to light the importance of developing young talent and making strategic roster moves. The Browns have invested heavily in their draft picks over the past few seasons, and players like Sanders represent the future. Fans are eager to see if the coaching staff will finally turn to the young guns to change the tide in these last few games. They believe that Sanders' athleticism and arm talent could add a spark to this offense that's been sorely missing. It's not just about winning the next game, it's about building a foundation for the future, and Browns fans are all in on that journey. Looking at the bigger picture, the AFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in the league this year. The Ravens, Steelers, and Bengals are all fighting hard for playoff positioning, and the Browns can't afford to fall too far behind. Every win, every play, every snap is crucial. So while the coaching staff remains publicly committed to Gabriel, the whispers and online chatter suggest that Sanders could be a dark horse, ready to make his move when the time is right. And let's not forget, the Browns have been in similar situations before, developing young quarterbacks, making bold roster moves, and surprising everyone. The fans remember the days of Baker Mayfield, and they're hoping that Sanders can be the next exciting chapter in Cleveland's football history. With the team's defense playing tough and the ground game trying to find consistency, adding a dynamic quarterback who can stretch the field and make plays with his legs could be exactly what Cleveland needs to turn the season around. As we look ahead to the upcoming games, it's clear that Browns fans are holding their breath. Will Sanders get his shot? Will the team make a bold move and give him the reins sooner rather than later? The coaching staff's patience and strategic planning will be tested in the coming weeks. But one thing is for sure, the passion and hope of Browns fans are alive and well. They believe in their team, in their young talent, and in the possibility of a bright future, even in the midst of a tough season. This roster move with Davis has only fueled the excitement, and everyone is waiting to see what the next chapter holds. In the end, the Cleveland Browns are more than just a team. They're a family that's been through a lot, dreaming of better days and big wins. And even now, with a tough season unfolding, the passion remains fierce. Browns fans are ready for whatever comes next, whether it's Gabriel leading the charge, Sanders making a splash, or another surprise move that could shift the balance of power in the AFC North. The season is far from over, and the story is still being written. Browns Nation is watching closely, hoping for that breakthrough moment that will ignite their hopes for a playoff run and ultimately a shot at the Super Bowl. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.